It's September 1962. The world's holding its breath over Cuba. President Kennedy's facing a showdown with Khrushchev, and every word, every military move, every public statement could trigger a nuclear war. But why did Kennedy choose to publicly threaten a blockade instead of an outright invasion? This moment cracks open a bigger question. How does democracy shape the way leaders push rivals around without firing a shot? Imagine your country's crises played out under bright stage lights, with audiences watching every move. Democracies operate that way, making threats in public, letting everyone see the game. But what does this openness really mean in international brinkmanship? During the Cuban Missile Crisis, Kennedy's televised announcement of a naval blockade wasn't just news. It was a calculated signal. Unlike secret backroom threats, Kennedy made the world see his hand. This openness forced both Soviets and citizens to grasp the stakes clearly, showing democracy's double-edged sword, risks at home and power abroad. Think of democratic coercive diplomacy like a chess match played with glass pieces on a crystal board. Opponents can see your moves and your constraints. Unlike dictators hiding their pieces, democratic leaders must broadcast their limitations. Debates, elections, and public opinion all on display. This transparency makes threats less bluff and more promise. Because democracies can't hide their internal checks, they can't just threaten willy-nilly. But when they do raise the stakes, it's with backed-up force, showing their rivals they mean business. This selectivity means fewer empty threats, turning words into an almost war that convinces rivals to back down without a shot fired. What if your foreign policy decisions had to survive fierce domestic rivals watching your every step? In democracies, opposition parties aren't just critics. They shape how threats and promises are crafted and interpreted abroad. In 1998, during the Kosovo crisis, President Clinton faced not just Milosevic, but also sharp domestic critics skeptical about U.S. intervention. The opposition's public skepticism constrained Clinton's options. But paradoxically, it also helped Serbian leaders believe the U.S. threat was genuine, because Clinton couldn't easily bluff when checks were that visible. Picture political noise like a radio signal blasted over the airwaves. Dictators send static-filled, muffled messages, hard to read. Democracies broadcast loud with background chatter. The opposition's voices are part of the transmission. Foreign rivals become expert listeners, decoding what's real resolve and what's political posturing within these signals. This creates tension at home and abroad. Leaders must anticipate not just the enemy's reactions, but their own opposition's potential to jump in or sabotage. This domestic political drama raises the stakes, making diplomatic threats sharper and often more cautious. Why do democracies, despite being more visible and constrained, often solve crises peacefully? The secret lies in their ability to convert tough talk into results without bullets flying. Statistical studies in Schultz's book reveal a striking pattern. Democracies succeed with their threats about 75% of the time, compared to only 50% for autocracies. This is no coincidence. Democracies don't just threaten. They signal with an authenticity that rivals trust, avoiding needless wars in the bargain. Think of a democracy's coercive diplomacy like a laser pointer versus a flashlight. While autocrats flash broad, indiscriminate light, democracies focus sharply and deliberately. That focused beam creates clear, believable warnings that opponents respect, often stepping back before things ignite. Historical snapshots from Schultz's research, like the 1983 U.S.-Soviet Able Archer crisis, show democracies leveraging their internal debate and transparency to diffuse tension. Their carefully chosen threats led to peaceful outcomes, proving diplomacy's power when wielded with clarity and credibility. Back in that tense 1962 moment, Kennedy's public blockade decision wasn't just about missiles. It was democracy showing its cards. Openness and opposition shaped every word, turning threats into tools. Next time you watch political drama unfold, try spotting where transparency stops bluff and starts resolve. It might just change how you see power on the world stage. Subscribe for more book summaries like this one.